This is a detailed look at my super easy smoked cake. It's a dessert you make in the Traeger that uses pineapple and cinnamon. It's kind of fruity, but it's very light, simple cake that can feed a crowd. So the first thing you do is you melt milk and butter together. You add a stick of butter and milk to a saucepan or a skillet with a rim. Then you set it to medium-high heat. And once the butter is all melted, you can turn off the burner because you don't want the milk to start bubbling. Then you just set it aside. Then it's time to mix the smoked cake batter together in a large bowl. So first you beat the eggs with a mixer at high speed, then add in sugar and beat them together until smooth and combined. Then you add flour and beat together again on high speed, and then you sprinkle baking powder on top of that. And then it's time to pour the melted milk and butter mixture over the top. And this is kind of a fun part because the mixture will start bubbling on its own. And this is kind of like a magical experience. It activates and becomes alive. So once the mixture is done bubbling, a couple minutes later, you blend it together with the mixer on low speed until it's combined, and finally add in some lemon juice, which is going to give it a really nice bright flavor, and vanilla extract, and mix it all together on low until combined. It's a really smooth, very nice batter. Then it's time to pour the smoked cake batter into a cake pan. A large 9x13 one lined with parchment paper is ideal. And the edges of the cake will start to brown when it's done. But what you're going to do is you're gonna smoke this pineapple topped cake in the smoker for about 45 to 60 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we found it necessary during testing to rotate the pan. That's just a little extra tip. Maybe you don't have to do that. Put it right in the middle of the smoker to cook. And when the edges are starting to peel away from the pan, it's pretty much done, but you can do the toothpick test as well. So then you just need to make the cinnamon topping, which you can do inside on the stove. So add some cinnamon, brown sugar, and butter to a pan. This is gonna give it a nice kind of like crispy topping. So you just melt it all together and pour it all in the top of the cake. And once it cools about 15 minutes later, it'll be a little hardened up around the edges and taste really great. We like to top smoked Traeger cake with some vanilla ice cream. You could add some additional pineapple on top. Some cherries would be good too. We'll print out the full recipe for this at Sip Bite Go, and there'll be some other smoker desserts coming up too if they're not up there already, like smoked apple pie and smoked peach cobbler. Well, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful and delicious day. Cheers!